It has been, I don't even know how many days now. It's been a long time. I'm glad to see all you guys' faces again. Thank you guys for coming out once again. Really appreciate it. If you guys don't know, what we did today is we are exposing SPD for all the racist, Nazi-like, fascist fucking tactics that they have against the people. And we're the people. So that's a problem. We're gonna have to figure that out. Because if they're committing crimes against the people, and they're supposed to be here to protect the people, that's a major issue. And we don't want that system here no more, right? That shit needs to be abolished, right? You know, I've been listening to a lot of Fred Hampton lately. Y'all know who Fred Hampton is? The greatest Black Panther to ever walk on this earth. I'll be honest. Greater than Huey and Bobby. That man was a genius. And you know, he talked about reform. And he said, reform is like teaching the slaves how to be better slaves. Right? So if we go in and try to reform a system that black people have no power, or people of color have no power, then obviously they're just going to teach us how to be better slaves. Because the police don't want reform. They got enough power as is, right? They want to keep on doing what they're doing, being able to kill people, being able to harass people, stop and frisk people, infringe on your rights. And that's a problem. And we need to fix that. So when we talk about these little reforms, like this civil suit that we have, and all these other things that we're doing, the problem with reform in the past is reform has simply been reform. It's been one reform here, one reform there, and then it stops. We get content. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of reform. George Floyd killed. This happens, that happens. People are like, okay, they're doing better. But that's the problem with reform. Reform can't simply be reform. It has to be steps to abolition. So if we're making reforms, then we have to keep on pushing for more reform until we make the police literally redundant to where no one needs them anymore. Not even the Blue Lives Matter people, not the All Lives Matter people. No one feels the need to call the police anymore. And once we do that, the police will be gone. And then next is we reform the school systems. We abolish the prisons. We get rid of the fucking government. Put all the power that the government has in the hands of the people. Because for too long, there's too many people locked up. Political prisoners. I mean, look at Fred. Fred died doing this. Fred actually said, you know, I don't think I'm going to die from a heart attack or from, you know, any regular thing that people die for. He said, I think I'm going to die for the people. He died for the people. That's how dangerous people collectively getting together like this and talking about abolition type tactics is so scary for the police. It's so scary for the government that they do not want to let it happen. And it's up to us to not let this movement die here in Eugene or Springfield or in Portland or in Minneapolis, Louisville, wherever. Oh shit, make some noise for the people in the jail. Free them all.
Hey, thank you so much, Indigo. I appreciate you.
Yeah, fuck you, PD too. See, prisons have never been good for anybody except for the white rich people. Prisons, all they do is funnel money into the hands of rich white people. That's why people don't want to abolish prisons, but they don't want to admit that prisons have always done more bad than good. It literally trains you to be an animal. They put you in a cage, they lock you up all day.
The inmates in the jail are flashing their lights, and some of them are in the window. That's what I was trying to show y'all earlier.
Fuck the system! Burn that shit down. And this thing about some of these people have been there for a long time. I've been arrested 2 times. I was in jail for like what, 4 hours? That was the most boring 4 hours of my life. And like my father, for example, my dad just served 14 years. Alright? 14 years. My dad went to jail when I was 4 years old. Me and my dad are best friends. Best friends still to this day. My dad never missed a call, called me every day, wrote me letters, sent me pictures. But he was incarcerated for 14 years of my life. So 14 years of my life, I didn't have a dad. Feel me? My grandparents raised me. So my mom.
What's up, Gang of 4?
And I can't imagine, like I was in a county jail, but I can't imagine being in prison for 14 years. Some people are sitting there for life. There are some people who are on death row. We are leaving people's lives, whether they live or die, in the hands of a corrupt-ass government. So I'm just rambling. Thank you guys for listening to me.
This guy's over here talking about problems. He did 4 hours in jail. Get out of here.
The people. All they care about is money. And when speaking on the topic of money, I just got a job. Worst decision of my life. No, don't clap for that. Don't clap for that. don't clap for that. That was the worst thing ever. I'm working 10-hour shifts. I came here off a 10-hour shift. Capitalism has to go. It has to go. Because I promise you, I can't do it. I've been at this job for not even 2 weeks yet. Not even 2 weeks. Capitalism is the worst shit. And I literally work in a warehouse, bro. If capitalism was a job, it would literally be warehouse jobs. It's literally modern day slavery. No matter how much money they pay you, that shit is slavery.
Has this guy said enough yet? He did 4 hours in jail. He's had a job for less than 2 weeks. And they make him work 10 hours. Dang it. Just cut that out. Give me that free money. Get out of here. They need a new speaker. This guy, he's saying all the wrong things. He needs to get off the stage. Come on now.
Not want to be in. You wake up every day and you're dragged. You don't want to go to work. You got to wake up at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. I wake up at 5 in the morning to go to work.
What's up, Amanda? Thanks for being here.
Like, I don't want to do that. No one should have to do that, but I have to do that because there's bills that have to get paid. Feel me? And that's a problem. People should be able to just live and exist and do whatever they want without anyone of higher power being able to tell them that they have to be a certain way. That's bullshit. We shouldn't have to live in a society where you got to go work a 9 to 5 to barely survive. You got to choose whether you're going to pay your rent or how you're going to eat. You know what I mean? America is a place where, you know, there's a lot of problems. But step by step in this movement, we can eliminate those problems. Like I said, making things that the government does, that the police do, we don't need them anymore. And we've already proven with mutual aid. I don't know if you guys are seeing the mutual aid that's happening up in Portland. But that mutual aid that's happening there, even with, like, I had to call Cahoots the other day. A guy was walking on the freeway randomly, just like in front of all the cars, walking all slow. My friend that was with me, unfortunately, was like, oh, just call the police. Worst idea ever, obviously, right? Why would I do that? Put that man's life in danger. This man's just walking, he's not harming anybody, so I call Cahoots. But it takes a while to get a hold of Cahoots because, you know, they don't have that much funding. Because we're paying these fucking idiots an absurd amount of money every fucking year to do what? To literally drive around their cars, harass people when they're bored, meet their quota. We're paying them to meet their quota, pull us over, give us tickets. Like, everything about the system is so fucked up, it makes no sense to me. You get pulled over, you get a ticket. You work a bullshit ass 9 to 5 that pays you $12 an hour. You can't afford to pay that ticket and pay your rent. Now you can't drive. Now you can't make it to work. Now you're stressed the fuck out. Because if you get pulled over again, you might go to jail. So now you can't drive without a license. Like, this system continuously fucks us over and over. And people act so oblivious to it because capitalism trains the minds of the people to think that working is all you have to do to make it to the top. If you just work hard, you're going to be successful. If you get a lot of money, you're going to be successful. That's it. We got billionaires walking around this earth where people literally are sleeping on the ground in the rain and the snow. And people feel like that's not a problem because that's privilege. And this is not just white people. This is all the 1%. All the people with money.
It's not privilege. That's a poor mindset. You too lazy to give and go to work. You don't want to earn what you want to have in return. I mean, even bartering's an exchange of, you know, equal value. Like, come on now. You don't even know what he's saying. What is this dude, 20 years old? He needs a role model. But not any of them toasters from the last live stream, because them dudes in dresses, they'd probably beat this little guy up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I promise, I have the worst memory, bro. I'm not even that cat. Any of my friends, they know I have the worst memory. Okay, yeah, so I was listening to this podcast called Hell Black. It's on Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube, all of that. You guys should go check them out. They are super educational. They talk a lot about socialism. One thing that they talked about, though, is black capitalism. So, to own the capital and the means of production of something, right? So when we talk about supporting black-owned businesses, so we have to understand when we say we're supporting a black-owned business, what does that really mean? Because when you buy from a black-owned business, I guarantee you almost 9 out of 10 times you're probably supporting capitalism. Unfortunately, right? We all support capitalism every single day. When you buy clothes, food, whatever. But we want to say, oh, buy black, buy black, buy black, buy black, right? But just be aware that just because someone is black doesn't mean they cannot exploit the people. So be wary of the black businesses that you're supporting, because all skin folk and kinfolk, understand that black people can still exploit the people. All people of color can still exploit the people. So when we're supporting black businesses, make sure you're supporting the right black businesses that are not exploiting the people. That's it.
So I'm just gonna say something real quick. I think one thing that I really noticed that kind of went hand in hand with this movement when George Floyd was murdered was the coronavirus, right? We all got sent home. A lot of us started working from home. Maybe had unemployment, maybe didn't, but still was at home. And we really had to start questioning capitalism. We really were like, oh shit, we can do a lot of this stuff from home. It was put in place so we didn't have time for these thoughts that we had now to get out in the streets and start questioning all this shit. You're a week at home, you're at home for a week and you're like, oh wow, this actually lets me feel a little bit human. I got to sleep 8 hours. And so we really started questioning that. I am so scared. Everyone, it's the coronavirus, the vaccine, everything like that. Everyone's like, yes, we can get back to normal life. I don't want to go back to normal life. No, fuck that shit. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. We have to keep doing this. We cannot go back to that normal shit. We have to continue to question these systems that are put in place. I'm right now getting my master's in early intervention, and one thing that we learn is that when you go to school from kindergarten to 4th grade, it's learn to read. And then once you hit 3rd grade, it's read to learn. So you have to be able to know how to read going into 3rd grade to continue to learn. They used to measure the prison chairs and how much room they needed by how many people didn't know how to learn, or no, how many people didn't know how to read by 3rd grade. They'd be like, okay, write those numbers down. So they knew how to plan out in the future. That's called pipeline to prison right there. So it's embedded in everything. And then I also want to talk about, people are like, well, what about all these people out there that do all these bad things? This is what the system's doing to us. It's fucking us up. It's making us go crazy. It's making us act irrational. That's why we need prevention systems. That's why we need to focus on ourselves and do things that humans were made to do. We were not made to sit here and overwork our brains and be depression, anxiety, mania. That's all up to that's the fault of capitalism right there. It didn't just come out of nothing. We were not made to do this shit. We can do it. We are doing it, but it's fucking tiresome. And we fucking lose our shit. That's why we need to start thinking of systems to put in place for the people now. So the generations to come, they don't have that. They don't have to deal with all this trauma and this anxiety and this depression of not doing enough. I literally work 90 hours a week between being a mom, working a 40-hour professional job, being an activist, and being a full-time student. And I'm fucking losing it. Ask these other leaders. They have to deal with my crazy shit a lot. And they're like, whoa, Claire, what's wrong? And I'm like, I haven't slept in 3 days. Because if I don't, then I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I truly do. And it's a... Okay, that was crazy. But I just want you guys to really, really think on that. How can you guys start questioning capitalism? How can we not make this shit go back to normal? As much as there's comfort in that normal, we know that it's not right. That's put in place so we are working 40, 50, 60 hours a week so we don't have time to question this shit. It's hard for us, like Tyshawn, having to go back to work. That means from 5 to 5:30, I can't get a hold of him to help create more ideas. That's a fucking problem. It was put in place that way. That's why activists don't get paid.
I bet China just would welcome these people with open arms. They should go hang out in China for a while to see how, communism is. They want to know. They want to know how great it is. We should send them over there as foreign exchange students or something.
When I was talking about
Not maliciously, just give them what they want. There's already socialism in the world. Let them go experience it. That's all I'm saying. Give them what they want.
when I say black capitalism, like I don't feel like any black person can really be a capitalist because we don't really own anything. We don't own any land. We don't own the means of production to anything.
Hey, thank you so much, Sheepdog, for your donation and all your support. I really appreciate you. And yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
Called the ghetto, whatever. But I was raised in Northeast Portland. You feel me? And if you look around in these ghettos, especially places all across the country, you see a lot of these little stores. You see a lot of these little stores and stuff, and usually they're ran by, someone that's like Asian, or they're obviously from a different country or something like that, right? Majority of the time, that's what you see, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when black people want to start businesses, especially big businesses and stuff like that, that was denied them. That was denied to them. Okay? So things like Walmart and Costco and stuff like that, all that stuff is white owned. All the big businesses that you see today are white owned. Why do you think that is? Because they don't want black people to have any power. And the reason why you see those other people of color in those small businesses and markets and stuff in your neighborhood is because they can be sent back. That's a simple reason. Black people that are here, we can't be sent back to Africa. You know what I mean? So they know that those Asian people, those other people of color are gonna abide by all the rules. They're gonna follow all the rules. They're gonna be pro-police. Because if they don't, they'll be sent back. And that's a problem. And you can go in your neighborhood, and yeah, they might give you a small business loan, all right? But if you try to open up a big business, and you're a person of color, especially if you're black, you're gonna be denied. But you know what they will give you? $100,000 school debt. They will send your ass to U of O and tax your ass $200,000 for 4 years without a guaranteed job. That is the worst shit ever. They're sending you into so much debt without a guaranteed job. You can go to school for 4 years right now.
These guys don't make the cut, Craig. Is that what you're saying? They don't make the cut for communism.
The green, all that shit. All that shit is fugazi. It's the problem is they want to keep the people under. They want to keep the people suffering. And they know that black people are going to stand up and fight. They know that. But they also know that other people of color don't have that same privilege. Understand? That's why we fight for the indigenous. That's why we fight for the Latinx community. That's why we fight for the other communities, because they can't fight for themselves all the time. So next time you're back in your neighborhood and you walk into that store and you see that same guy that's been working there for a long time, understand why that person is there. Understand why it operates the way it operates. Because they don't want to see people successful. They want to keep, the point of capitalism is competition. They want to keep us fighting against each other. Instead of just having mutual aid and helping each other. We want to fight against each other. That's why you see so many fucking supermarkets, so many.
He's talking a lot about capitalism. He ain't talking a whole lot about work ethic. Maybe they should think about that. Just a suggestion. I'm trying to find solutions over here. I'm not hating. I'm just trying to, find some solutions. Let's get to the bottom of it.
That's the problem. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right, y'all got to chant with me. We are going to get going. Can I get a Black Lives Matter? Black Lives Matter? Say it louder. Black Lives Matter. All right, y'all, so you got to repeat me, okay? Everywhere we go. People wanna know. Who we are. So we tell them. I said a Black Lives Matter. Black children matter. I said a Black Lives Matter. Black women matter. Everywhere we go.
Hey, thank you so much, Greg Harris, for your very generous donation. I appreciate you and all your support. Thank you for being here.
So we tell them. I said Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. I said Black Lives Matter. Black children matter. Black children matter. Everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. People wanna know. People wanna know who we are. Who we are. So we tell them. So we tell them. I said Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Hey, thanks for being here, Sage Pup. Have a good night.
Matter. Black lives matter. Black men matter.
Thank you so much, Salty J and JD. I really appreciate the donation and all the support. Thank you for being here.
People wanna know. People wanna know who we are. Who we are. So we tell them. So we tell them. I said that black trans matter. Black trans matter. I said black. I said black trans matter. Black trans matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. People wanna know. People wanna know who we are. Who we are. So we tell them. So we tell them. Black lives matter.
Thank you so much, Just My Opinion, and thank you so much, Burger Time. I really appreciate the donation and all the support. You guys are awesome.
Black children matter. Black children matter. Everywhere we go. Louder. Everywhere we go. People wanna know. People wanna know who we are. Who we are. So we tell them. So we tell them. I said Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black children matter. Black children matter. Black trans matter. Black trans matter. All right, thank y'all. Let's tell me again. Hey, can someone tell me whose streets these are? Whose streets? Calipuya. Calipuya, everyone. That's the answer there. Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose street? Whose street? Whose street? Whose life matters? Whose life matters? Say it louder! Even louder! Whose life matters? Whose life matters? Whose life matters? Whose life matters? Say Black Lives Matter. Say Black Lives Matter. Whose life matters? Whose life matters? Whose life matters? Whose life matters? Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No, just.
Thank you so much, John Vickers. I really appreciate the donation and all your support. Thank you for being here.
Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. ACAB.
Hey, thank you so much, Angie. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here.
Y'all gotta get really fucking loud. They try to fuck us over in so many ways this summer. Are we gonna fucking take that shit? Okay, so ACAB means what? ACAB.
Hey, thank you so much, SoCal Gal. I really appreciate the donation and all the support. Thank you for being here. It's really feeling like summertime. It really is. Pretty soon we'll be doing this all day. This will be an all-day thing. I'm sitting here watching this live.
Right, y'all ready? I said, don't arrest me, arrest the police. Don't arrest me, arrest the police. Oh, hold on. That's my point. I started it wrong.
Hey, thank you so much, Aaron, for your donation and your support. I have no idea how this is going to end. With the stuff going on in the government, the way they're trying to attack our rights, stuff going on in foreign countries, this stuff, I don't know. They just took Dr. Seuss off the shelves. I wasn't expecting that, so I don't really know how this is going to end. It's not going to be good, I can tell you that. I don't see a positive end to this. Hopefully I'm wrong, but that's just what I got for so far.
Police! On the count of three, say fuck the police. 1, 2, 3. Fuck the police! Say on the count of three, say fuck the police.
Hey, thank you so much, Savage Nation, for joining the membership program, and welcome to the family. You're officially a hooligan.
Arrest me, arrest the police. Indict the police. Indict the police. Defund the police. Defund the police. Abolish the police. Abolish the police. Cause whose lives matter? Black lives matter. Cause whose lives matter?
Hey, thank you so much, Furry Cat. I really appreciate the donation and all the support. Thank you for being here.
Whose lives matter? Black.
Thank you so much, Sheepdog. Yeah, that's a good question. They're in Eugene. They're not in Portland. So maybe the drumline is exclusive to Portland. Or maybe they didn't get the memo for tonight's protest. Very observant. I did not realize they didn't have a drumline.
Black lives matter. Whose lives matter? Black lives matter.
What's up, Street Smart?
Whose lives matter? Black lives matter. Whose lives matter? Black lives matter. Whose lives matter? Black lives matter.
Hey, thank you so much, ATV Dirt Wrenching. I really appreciate your donation and all your support. Thank you so much for being here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Hey, thank you so much, Joe, for your very generous donation. I really appreciate you and all your support. I hear that a lot. I get lots of emails from people that served. Thank you for everything you've done. Lots of people feel that way. You know, standing up for American rights and values just for it to result with people wishing for communism. Totally ridiculous. If they experienced communism, they wouldn't even be able to do the crybabying that they're doing. And I don't think they realize that. This is what happens if you drop out of school. In all reality, this is just part of a failed school system. I think schools should really drive harder of why we don't want communism, why it's a bad thing. Because obviously it skipped a generation, and these people have no idea what they're asking for.
No KKK, no fascist USA. No cops, 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 USA. No cops, no KKK, no fascist USA. No cops, no KKK, no fascist USA. No KKK, no fascist USA.
Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people,
Power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop.
Louder!
Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop.
Louder!
Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop.
Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power.
Come on, everyone, hit that like button. Got almost 900 people in the chat, not even 500 likes. The more likes that we get in a short period of time, the more people the algorithm will bring into the chat to come hang out with us and see what's going on. So take that second right now to hit that like button.
Power power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want justice. I want peace. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Are they ripping off Spice Girl lyrics? Is my age showing? That's what it sounds like.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want justice. I want peace. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want justice. I want peace. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want justice. I want peace. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want justice. I want peace. No good cops, no good presidents. Get the land.
Hey, thank you so much, Aaron. Yeah, if they take Walter out of office, saying he's, incompetent, or however they take him out of office, they're going to put Harris there. I know there's a lot of people who think that if Walter leaves office, that Trump's going to step in. That's not how that works. They're going to put Harris up there. Yeah. It's like from bad to worse as far as that's my opinion. It's my opinion, but that's what I think.
To the ground.
Every city, every town, burn the precinct to the ground.
Y'all don't sound like y'all really mean that shit. I'm radical. Nah, just joking for legal purposes. Every city, every town, burn the precinct to the ground.
Every city, every town, burn the precinct.
Hey, I really appreciate you, Aaron. Yeah, I totally agree. I think if they just experience communism for probably not even a whole week, they would probably have a brand new opinion on what they want for their future.
We on a long way to freedom. We on a long way to freedom. We on a long way to freedom. SPD, we don't need them. SPD, we don't need them. We on a long way to freedom. We on a long way to freedom. SPD.
Hey, thank you so much, J. Mary, for joining the membership program, and welcome to the family. You're officially a hooligan.
Freedom. SPD, we don't need them. We on a long way to freedom. We on a long way to freedom. SPD.
Hey, what's up, Janet Bolt? I appreciate you.
Said back up, we want freedom, freedom. All these racist ass cops, we don't need them. I said back up, we want freedom, freedom. All these racist ass cops, we don't need them. I said back up. Louder. I said back up, freedom. Say, I don't want to say another motherfucking name. I'm gonna need y'all to get lit for this one. Or breathe. I don't want to say another motherfucking name. I don't want to say another motherfucking name. Freeway. I said freeway. Or the freeway. I said freeway, or hit the motherfucking freeway. I said freeway, or hit the motherfucking freeway. Freeway, or hit the motherfucking freeway. Freeway, or hit the motherfucking freeway. Freeway. I said freeway. We're gonna try this one. I don't know if y'all remember this one. It goes, free the people, fight the power, fuck the police, abolition. Y'all got that? That's light, y'all got that? Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police, abolition. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police, abolition. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police, abolition. Free the people, fight the power, fuck the police, abolition. Free the people, fight the power, free the people, fight the power, Abolition, free the people, fight the power, fuck the police.
Abolition.
Whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
Black
lives matter.
Even louder.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
I said whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
I said whose lives matter?
Black lives
I
matter.
said even louder.
Black lives
I
matter.
said even louder.
Black lives
I
matter.
said even louder. Down. Who shut shit down?
We shut shit down.
Who shut shit down?
We shut shit down.
Who shut shit down?
We shut shit down.
Who shut shit down?
We shut shit down.
And who got the power?
We got the power.
Say who got the power?
I'll see if I can find a better feed. I don't know if this person is like losing service or what's going on. They might be running out of data or something.
Who shut shit down?
We shut shit down.
Who shut shit down?
We shut shit down.
Who shut shit down?
We shut shit down.
Cause whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter? I got something for y'all, so please stick around for that. Very educated man.
Before I start speaking to y'all, mind if I take my mask off, the mask on, because they weren't scared of letting their identity be known. Is that okay with y'all? Okay. So, talk a little bit about myself. I'm a black liberationist. So, black liberationist means I believe in fighting for the liberation of all black people, which means making sure that every black person is educated on the financial abilities that they have. They are understanding how the housing market works. They understand how to properly put food in their mouths using the systems that are available to them. It even means that eventually getting every black person to move from America back to Africa, because that is truly the only way through to have true black liberation. But unfortunately, the government and the capitalist society that we live in has done everything in their power to prevent that from happening. As Tyshawn touched on earlier, it is very, very, very hard for any black person to move to Africa. Even though if they moved to Africa, they could have a better job, they'd have better health care, they'd have better living situations, and they wouldn't have to deal with racism at all. If they just moved to Ghana, they would not have to deal with these situations. And there are many countries within Africa that are offering free citizenship to any black American who applies for it. You don't even have to have any genealogical background within that country. They're offering it because if you know anything about Africa, it's ripe for economic expansion. Ripe for economic expansion. There is not only boundless countryside, but also the most natural resources available by any continent, which is one of the reasons why the Arab Spring happened. Because they were trying to assassinate every relevant leader in Africa to prevent them from starting the United Nations of Africa. And
Hey, thank you so much, Jar of Awesome. I really appreciate your donation and your support. Thank you so much for being here.
backed by natural resources, because the continent of Africa is the only continent that has every single natural resources that the human beings need to live. Now, what did they do to the person who came up with this idea, Muammar Gaddafi? They labeled him a terrorist. They claimed that all of his freedom fighters were mercenaries, and they bombed his nation and had him assassinated.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
They made this feeds into my...
All right, I'm going to switch to another camera guy. He's right in the same area, though, so just 1 second.
Because who's standing around a bunch of people with blindfolds on, and but they just walk away from these people. What does that make me? That makes me no better. On, and but they can't see paradise 50 feet in front of them. If I just walk away from these people, what does that make me? That makes me no better than the Yakubian devils that are around me. And that is very important to me, is because I can't let this capitalist system rot my brain and allow me to think for numero uno, because numero uno in the capitalist system is yourself, but really it should be the community. Numero uno is the community, because when the community eats, we all eat. And if you ever travel to any African country and you spend any time in any African village, that is the first thing they tell you. When one person eats in the village, everybody eats in the village. It's a very important and very important part of the culture, is making sure that the community is taken care of. And that's why I became a Black liberationist, because community, it's about building community and eventually moving my people from here to Africa and making sure that we can be the most successful people that we can be. Now, the sad part about that is it's probably not going to happen in my lifetime. So, what do? I fight for the next best thing for my people. I'm an abolitionist as well, trying to abolish the police, because that is the thing that I can do within my lifetime. Fighting for true Black liberation, that will not happen in my lifetime. As sad as it is to say, it's not going to happen in my lifetime. But I can put faith in my children and my children's children to get us there. But until then, I'm going to be an abolitionist and abolish the police and tear the system down so that when my children are here, they can become...
Thank you so much, John Vickers, for your donation and your support. I appreciate you. Yeah, hearing a lot of recycled phrases and stuff like that. It happens.
True history of the Arab Spring and what really started the Arab Spring, and learn about Black liberation, because although abolition is part of Black liberation, it's only one small piece to Black liberation. So this is just one small piece of the revolution. Thank you.
I am going to edit off with a poem that I wanted to share with you guys. So during the last 7 months, we've been working really hard on this case, which has made us had to go back and relive trauma over and over and over again. And my trauma-based reaction is to obsess, because these are my comrades, these are my family, so I feel like I have to read and look at everything over and over and over again so I know it better than anybody else. And so I'll do that for days on end, and then I'll crash. So this is something that I wrote when I was crashing, probably 2 weeks ago. Just crying, couldn't control it. Just happens, feel numb, feel unsafe in my home. And so I started to write. No more spoons. No more spoons. No more spoons to give. At this point, it feels like I'm handing out my limbs. Trying to eat, trying to sleep, just trying to escape reality. But all I can think of is that police officer Derek's knee. They say self-care, self-care. But self-care won't change the fact that the ones I needed the most haven't been there. Just ignoring my pleas, many blank stares. Don't worry, honey. I'll send you a quick prayer.
Thank you for being here, Garlic Press. Have a good night.
Waves of trauma drowning my soul. I'm a mother, I can't lose control. Black and brown individuals murdered every day while you're out drinking coffee at the newest cafe. This is not a trend. BLM is not a trend. At this point, I don't care who I offend. Abolish the police. Abolish the police. This is just the beginning of Black liberty.
Okay, so now I'm about to play a song. But before we play that song, we haven't talked about how it's Women Empowerment Month. So can we give a shout out to all the women here, all the beautiful Black queens. We love y'all. And just a shout out to all the women in leadership, because the women in leadership work so fucking hard. Their moms, some of them live in Portland and fucking commute out here all the time. The women work so fucking hard in this group, and they literally hold us together. So I just want to give a shout out to all the women out here, and all the women in the fucking world, because women are amazing. I love women. So yeah, just shout out to all the women that got that interesting.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Even if you're not religious, amen today. So I'm gonna play a song I've been listening to on repeat ever since I watched it. Has anybody here watched the Billie Holiday movie? Yeah. It's like a new movie. Raise your hand if you have.
Yeah.
The Billie Holiday movie, if you've watched it.
So good.
I live off that.
Yes. Anyways, it is fire. It just shows into the life of so everyone loves Black women when it comes to them being talented. And so practically this woman used her platform to start a revolution. and she did it through song. It shows her drug use. It shows her childhood as her mom being a prostitute, because that's the only way she could make ends meet for her child. And she started getting into that too, being used by men, all of these different things that she had to adhere to and experience, but no one knew about that because all they heard was her voice and saw her talent and thought that's why she's valuable, is because of her talent. But the song that I'm about to play for you guys, anytime she would play it, she was at risk of getting arrested because it would incite a riot. Because everything in this song is the experience that they all went through during the time that she was singing it. So I'm gonna play it, and I want you guys to listen very closely to the lyrics. Okay?
I want you guys to know I'm going to have to mute this so I don't get a copyright strike, because this definitely ain't worth it. Thank you so much for your donation and your support, Stealing. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you would think that she kind of indirectly said that she's inciting a riot. She's like, every time they would play this song, it would incite a riot. So since you all are here, we're going to play this song. So I don't really know. I don't really know. I can't hear the song, so I don't even know what it is. All I know is I ain't taking a copyright strike over that. Nah. I know a lot of you are probably like, why'd you let her say the poem then? Because I knew I wasn't getting a copyright strike over that.
Black bottle swing.
Well, while we're sitting here waiting, please take a second to hit that like button. The more likes that we get in a short period of time, the more people the algorithm will bring into the chat to come hang out with us and see what's going on. So please take this second right now to hit that like button. Big shout out to everyone that's been making donations, join the membership program, or purchase any merch. I really appreciate all you guys. You guys are keeping the channel going. You're why I can do this every day. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. For anyone that didn't hear it during the last live, we will be covering the George Floyd trial. I was going to cover it today, but as I was watching it, they kept pushing it back and they kept going to recess and all this stuff. So it's been pushed to tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern time. I'm going to view it and see if they're actually going to start, because there was some sort of talk about March 22nd. And so I'm going to view it and see if they're actually going to go forth with the trial tomorrow. If they are going to, then we will cover it. So make sure that you're subscribed. You got the bell icon ticked, and you join the Discord. That way you will not miss a notification for when and where we're going live. Ooh, it's a long song.
So I don't know if all you guys know, but nooses have been hung around Oregon and all over the U.S. to intimidate black folks. Also, a lot of black folks are still hung, and it's ruled as suicide, and that's not fucking okay. So I just want you guys to realize that we are still in the middle of a fucking revolution. This is still happening. It took until 2020 for the Emmett Till lynching bill to pass. That's 2020, y'all. And now 2021, everyone wants to act like everything is normal, but it's still going on. There's still, Black people are still being intimidated. They're still being mocked, and they're being, harassed by our law enforcement officers. And this isn't okay. So what I want to say is keep the fight up. Keep coming to these things. Tell your friends. Like we always say, tell 3 friends. Keep telling people. Back to black, bitch. Way back to black. But yeah, so as you guys see, racism still exists in this community. It's very strong. So we need to continue to fight together, and we will continue to. Hey, she's cool. Chill. She's cool. But everyone, continue to fight. Continue to put in the work that needs to be done, because we still need you. And this trial is going to be going on for a second, and we're gonna need you guys to come out here and tell people what the fuck is going on. Go share that. Go follow all the pages that are sharing all the current events.
Hey, thank you so much, KW. I really appreciate the donation and all support. Big shout out to East Lansing. That ain't even that far from me. Thank you so much for being here.
Speak up and use your voices. Because, like I said, every time, we're fucking tired, but we're still out here doing it because we have to. So, put in the good work, everybody. Thank you for coming.
I just want to make one more thing. The Thurston protest was due to a noose being hung. And they said, oh, it's Halloween decorations in the middle of July. If you go to the complaint, please take your time and read the complaint. It's disgusting how comfortable these police officers were saying what they said. They said, oh my gosh, you guys are ridiculous. Halloween decorations. That's how ignorant they are. That's how much they just don't give a fuck at all. So please go take the time to read. Let that shit make you sick to your stomach. Make it get to the point where you can't stop talking about it. And know that there's nooses hung around, and the first thing they say is, oh, well, the noose has to be completed.
Thank you so much, Jeff Downhauser. I really appreciate the donation and all the support in the Spice Girl lyrics. Thank you for being here.
Cover up and try to hide our history.
And they're still doing that shit by ruling that one news, saying it's not a hate crime. They said it was to depict a body part. I say, what dick look like that? It don't look like it. I was like, why do they have a noose and say that that is okay for someone to use that and to intimidate a black person? Still to this day, that happened, what, like a month ago? Like, we need to get mad. They're not even ruling hate crimes out here.
Yeah, they can go forever, so I'm gonna play that. Like I said, thank you guys all for coming. Really appreciate you guys for Black Unity. You guys can follow us on Instagram at Black Unity OR. Our Twitter is @black_unity, and our Facebook page is black_unity. If you want to be more involved in activist work and see the underground stuff that we're doing, please come and find me.
We need help.
Because we want more members of Black Unity. I mean, you guys are already Black Unity for coming out here, but we want more core members of Black Unity. So if you want to indulge and dive into education and Black liberation and all the things it's like to be a fucking activist and all the shit that it comes with, then please come and find me. And yeah, thank you guys for coming. Everyone get home safe. If you don't have a ride, please come and find one of us. Find one of leadership, and we'll get you a ride home. So please do not walk to your car by yourself. If your car is parked over there or over there, please find safety and have them walk you to your car, please, especially women.
Stay by so I don't have to do this.
Wait, hold on. Let this guy make an announcement. Real quick.
Drinks, I don't have to like say shirt and buy.
Bye, guys.
Hold on, wait.
Hey, just real quick, everybody. Tomorrow morning, the police are going to be sweeping a camp. It's on the north side of the Willamette over there. So people are meeting up at 8:30 tomorrow morning. On the bike path by the North Bank McMiniman is a brown girl we're meeting up. And it'll be going, so yeah, meet up 8:30 tomorrow, probably go until around 10. Just going up to support
If you didn't know, the police go around sweeping the unhoused and take down anything that they have. They cannot sleep anywhere. They go around and they tear down anything that they have. Tomorrow they are having a sweep. People are meeting up at 8:30 on the bike path next to McMiniman's to help support and stop the sweep. If you have the time, go ahead and show up. If you don't,
Spread the word. Pass it along to a friend. Thank you guys.
Say bye to the stream so I don't have to.
That's all I have to say. Black Lives Matter.
What I do?
You say bye to the stream.
Bye. Thanks for.
All right, just a second. All right, well, that seems to be it for tonight. I mean, unless Portland's going to go live in the next hour or so. That's it for now. If Portland does go live in the next hour or so, we will try and cover it, but I also need to get up early so we can cover this Judge George Floyd trial, so we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure if they're going to or not. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here. Big shout out to everyone that made donations, join the membership program, or purchase any merch. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. You are what's keeping the channel floating. So big shout out to all of you. If you're new here, please subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon and join the Discord. The Discord is a free app that you download on your phone. You come back to any of my lives, even if they're not live anymore. Click out of the live chat, go down in the description. You'll see the link for the Discord. It'll take you straight to my server. You follow the few simple steps. You'll be greeted with an automated message letting you know that you've done all you need to do in order to receive notifications for when and where we are going live. So please join the Discord. Thank you guys so much for being here. And, well, it's like we're just starting up a new protest season. That's what it really feels like. So maybe new to you. It's not new to me. We will be doing this all summer. I am totally sure of it. And it's just going to get worse as this trial goes on, as time goes on, as the weather gets warmer. You'll see. I mean, at one point in time, there was thousands of people showing up in the summertime rioting with federal agents in front of the Justice Center in Portland. I think it's going to be even wilder this year, but we will see. Either way, we will be covering it. For anyone that didn't hear me earlier, we will be covering the George Floyd trial tomorrow morning, as long as they're like moving forward with it. If they're not going to postpone it and do a bunch of recess and all that nonsense. Either way, the plan is to cover it tomorrow. So make sure you're around for that, checking for the notifications. Otherwise, have a good night. So until the next live, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.